So I am continuing my discussion about general configuration. Okay, so we have to discuss about two configuration. First one is the parallel series configuration. So this one is a parallel series configuration. So here you can see that a number of parallel parts are there. So here we have this 1, 2, etc. I k parallel parts are there. So this one is first parallel path, and this one is second parallel path. Then we have ith parallel paths. Then we have kth parallel path. So we have k parallel path. Then in each parallel path we have 1, 2, 3, etc. J, M. M elements are there in each parallel path. So please note this one is a general representation. Suppose in some diagram you can replace this one with a continuous line if it is 1. Similarly, particular path is absent, you can replace it with 0. Okay, so this one is a general parallel series configuration where we have k parallel path, and in each parallel path we have m elements. So I told you what we have to do. First we have to find the equivalent reliability of a particular parallel path. So if you are taking first parallel path, path number 1, if you are taking path number 1, then the probability of survival of that path is the product of the reliability of each element, or the survival of each element. So the survival of each element is probability of, okay, this one is of first parallel path. Okay, this one is the first parallel path. Okay, so please note the element, the first index is used to represent the index. So we can write it as pj1, pj1. The other one is the pj1 is the probability of survival of jth element of first parallel path. Okay, that is this element, this particular element. So if you are considering the entire element of first parallel path, the probability of survival of that parallel path, that particular path, path number 1 is product of j is equal to 1 to m, because we have m elements in that path. So j equal to 1 to m p of ji. So this one is the probability of survival of first parallel path. We can write it as r. This one is the first parallel path, so we can write it as r1. R1 means first path, or we can write it as r1. Okay, if you want we can write it like that way. Okay, so now you can see that this one is a probability of survival of first parallel path. So now what about the failure? The failure of the, so this one is survival, this one is survival. Now if you are considering the failure of that parallel path, so this is failure, then we can see that the failure of that parallel, the first path is the 1 minus this survival. So product of j is equal to 1 to m p of j 1. 1 means j means jth element of first path. So the probability of failure of first path is 1 minus product of j equal to 1 to m p of j1, where product of j equal to 1 to m p of j1 is the survival of first parallel path. So if you are considering the second parallel path, then considering parallel path 2, then what is the probability of survival of that path? Product of j equal to 1 to m, m elements are in second path, p of j2. So this one is a probability of survival of second path. We have to take the product of reliability of these elements, the elements of second path, and the probability of failure of second path is 1 minus product of j equal to 1 to m p of j2. So this one is the failure of second path. Now if you are considering jth path, sorry, if you are considering ith path, path I, if you are considering path I, then the probability of survival of ith path, this one is ith path, that is product of j equal to 1 to m p of ji, and similarly the probability of failure of ith path is 1 minus product of j equal to 1 to m p of ji. Okay, now if you are considering the last path, what is the last path? 1 to I k. So k is the last path. So by considering path k, the probability of survival is product of j equal to 1 to m p of jk. So what about the probability of failure? 1 minus product of j equal to 1 to m p of jk. Okay, so now what we have? We have the probability of survival of each path. Similarly, we have the probability of failure of each path. Now we are going to find the probability of survival of the system. So now we are going to consider the system. So system means we are going to consider the entire path. If you are considering the entire path, the better thing is first find the probability of failure of the entire system. The probability of failure of entire system, you can see that the system will fail if all parts are failed simultaneously. So we have an AND operation between all paths. AND operation means product of probability of failure of each path. So if you are considering the probability of failure of system, what we have? Product of, now what is varying? I is varying. So I is equal to 1 to k. I is varying from 1 to k, that is first path to kth path. So product of I equal to 1 to k. The probability of failure of each path. So this one is a product of failure of each path. So j equal to 1 to m p of j I. So this quantity is the probability of failure of the system. If this one is a probability of failure of the system, then the probability of survival of the system or the system reliability, we can write it as RS. RS is equal to 1 minus probability of failure of the system, that is 1 minus then product of I is equal to 1 to k of 1 minus product of j equal to 1 to m p of j. So this one is the system reliability. The system reliability, or the probability of survival of the system, RS is equal to 1 minus product of I equal to 1 to k of 1 minus product of j equal to 1 to m p of ji. So for convenience, if I am writing the reliability of ji element as rji, if p of ji, if I am writing it as rji means reliability of ji component, then I can write rs is equal to 1 minus product of I equal to 1 to k of 1 minus product of j equal to 1 to m rji. Rji means the probability of survival of ji element, that is this particular element. Okay, so this one is the reliability of, for the system reliability of a parallel series configuration. This one is general representation. You can convert any given model into the parallel series configuration or series parallel configuration. You can do that. Okay, so please note down these equations. First one is series parallel configuration. So I think you already noted this diagram in last class. Okay, so this one is a series parallel configuration. So here you can see that this system have 1, 2, 3. No, sorry, this is j to 1, then etc. This one is m to 1. Means it have this system is a series configuration of m blocks, 1 to m. 1 to m blocks are there, and the system is the series configuration of these m blocks. Now each block have 1, 2, I, k, have n. Each block have k parallel elements. So please note the system is the series configuration of m block, where each block have k parallel elements. Okay, so here we can consider the first block, that is block 1. Okay, that is this particular one. This is block 1. So we have to find the survival of each block. Similarly, we have to find the failure of probability of failure of each block. Okay, so take the first block. So you can see that first block is the parallel configuration of k elements. So this one is a parallel configuration. So better thing is first find the probability of failure. So what about this block? This block will fail if all these elements are failed simultaneously. Simultaneously means we have an AND operation. AND operation means if all these elements are independent, here we are considering only independent case. So if all these elements are independent, then we can take the product of reliability of, the failure of each block. So what is the failure of this ith element? That is one I element. What is the failure of this one I element? That is P of 1I. P of 1I. That one is the failure of this first element, this ith element, right? P of 1I is the failure of the 1I element. No. This is survival. P of 1I is the survival. 1 minus P of 1I is the failure of 1I element. This is 1I element, this particular one. So P of 1I is the survival of this element. So if you are considering the failure, 1 minus P of 1I is the failure of that element. Now what we have to do? We have to multiply the probability of failure of each element. So take the product of the probability of failure of k element. So product of we have the product side from I equal to 1 to k. We have k elements where I is the variable. So product of I equal to 1 to k, 1 minus P of 1I. That one is the probability of failure of block 1. So what about the probability of survival of block 1? Probability of survival of block 1 is 1 minus this failure. That is probability of survival of block 1 is 1 minus product of I is equal to 1 to k, 1 minus in bracket 1 minus P of 1I. So this one is the probability of survival of block 1 and this one is the probability of failure of block 1. Now consider block 2. Consider block 2. So this is block 2. So here you can see that this one is also a parallel configuration of k elements. So as we have a parallel configuration, first find the probability of failure of that block. So consider this ith element. This one is ith element whose probability of survival is P of 2I. This is 2ith element whose survival is probability of 2I. So what about the probability of failure? 1 minus P of 2I is the probability of failure of this element. Now what we have to do? Each element of this block have the same type of failure. So we have to take the product of probability of failure of each element. So it means take the product of probability of failure of each element from I equal to 1 to k. So we have product I equal to 1 to k of 1 minus P of 2I. So this one is probability of failure of block 2. So the probability of survival of block 2 is 1 minus this quantity. So 1 minus product of I equal to 1 to k, 1 minus P of 2I. So this one is the probability of survival of the second block, etc., etc. Now consider the jth block. So now by considering block J, we can easily write the probability of failure of jth block is product of product of I equal to 1 to k. This is I equal to 1 to k, 1 minus P of Ji. That is, this element is Ji. So product of I equal to 1 to k, 1 minus P of Ji. So this one is the probability of failure of jth block. Now the probability of survival of jth block is 1 minus product I is equal to 1 to k, 1 minus P of Ji. So this one is the probability of survival of jth block. Now etc. Consider the last block, that is mth block. So by considering block M, the probability of failure, we can use the same pattern. So probability of failure of mth block is product I is equal to 1 to k 1 minus p of mi. This is mi. Okay. So this is probability of failure of mth block. So probability of survival of mth block is 1 minus product I is equal to 1 to k 1 minus p of mi. So this one is a probability of survival of mth block. Now what we have? Now we have the probability of survival of first block, second block, the third block, jth block, mth block. Now how to find the system reliability? Take the product of the probability of survival of each block. Why? The system will survive if all blocks are survived. So we have an AND operation. If all blocks are independent, so we have an AND operation between each block. The probability of survival of the system is equal to probability of survival of block 1 and probability of survival of block 2 and etc. probability of survival of mth block. Means we have to take the product of probability of survival of each block. So by considering the system, if you are considering the system, then the system reliability RS is equal to the product of survival of each block, means product of each block. So J is used to represent the block that is varying from 1 to m. Okay. Now take this quantity. So that is 1 minus product of I equal to 1 to k 1 minus p of ji. So this one is a probability of survival of a system. The probability of survival of the system RS is equal to product of j equal to 1 to m of 1 minus product of I equal to 1 to k of 1 minus p of ji, close the inner square bracket, then close the outer square bracket. So this one is a reliability of the system. Now if I am representing P of Ji, what is P of Ji? P of Ji is the reliability or survival of Jith system, Jith element. So we can write this RS is equal to product of J equal to 1 to m 1 minus product of I is equal to 1 to k 1 minus Rji. Rji means reliability of Ji element. Okay, so this one is the probability of survival of a series parallel configuration, the general series parallel configuration. So please note down this. And you can see some duality between the series parallel configuration and parallel series configuration. For example, consider a parallel series configuration, that is 0.2, 0.8. This is one block, and then we have 0.9. Okay, so what is the probability of survival of the system? 0.8 into 0.9, that is 0.72. This one is a probability of survival of the system. Okay, now if you are considering the probability of failure, what is the probability of failure of this element 0.8? The probability of failure of this element is 0.2, right? So this one is the probability of failure. Now probability of failure of this element is 0.1. Okay, so now what I am doing, I am constructing a parallel block using these two failure. Now if you are finding the net failure, because these two are failure, what we have 0.2 plus 0.1 minus 0.2 into 0.1. So this is equal to 0.28. Okay, so this is probability of survival of the system. This one is the probability of failure of system. Now compare these two diagrams. What we have? This is a series configuration and this is a parallel configuration. Means if you have a series configuration and if you are able to convert that series configuration into parallel configuration, what's the advantage? You can find the probability of failure using that parallel configuration, and if you know the probability of failure, you can find the probability of survival of the given system. Okay, so what we did, we use a duality between this series configuration and parallel configuration. A duality is there. Similarly, take the second case, that is we have 0.8. This one is the survival of first system. Then 0.9. This one is the survival of second system. And we have a parallel configuration. We have a parallel configuration. Now what we can do? Without solving this, convert this one into the failure. What is the probability of failure of 0.8? That is 0.2. Now this one is a parallel configuration. So if you are drawing the block diagram of failure, convert this one into series configuration. So 0.2, second one is 0.1. Okay. Now find the probability of failure of this system. So 0.2 into 0.1, we have 0.02. So this one is failure. Now what about survival? Survival is 0.98. 0.98 is the probability of survival. Is it okay? So here what we did, we have a parallel configuration. The probability of survival or reliability is a parallel configuration. So that one is converted to series configuration. The corresponding series configuration means if you have parallel block, that one is converted to series block. The only difference is each block is marked with the corresponding failure. Instead of 0.8, here we are marking corresponding failure. Instead of 0.9, here we are marking 0.1. Now find the corresponding failure. Then by using this failure, find the survival of the given parallel block. Is it okay? So we have a disadvantage. If we know one configuration, we can apply another one. For example, if you have this configuration, then what we can do? So you can see that first one is a series configuration of 2 block. So if you are finding the corresponding probability of failure, this series configuration of block will become parallel path. So this is 0.1. Okay. Then next one is this block will become parallel one. So here we have another parallel one. Now what about this parallel block? This block have 2 parallel elements. So if you are converting this one into failure, it will become series configuration. So 0.8 will become 0.2. The next one will become 0.3. 0.3. So this is survival. So by using this one, you can find the failure. What we did, one configuration is converted to another one by using the duality. Okay. And by using the duality, failure is determined. Once we have failure, we can easily find the survival. So in some situations, it is very easy to find survival. In some situations, it is very easy to failure. If it is very difficult to find survival, better thing is change the block diagram into the corresponding dual block diagram. This one is a given one. This one is a given one. That one is converted to the dual one. Okay. Now we are finding the failure of dual one. Then find back the survival of the given one.